So Tom Homan, Donald Trump's so-called border czar, which isn't even a real position within the government. This is an advisor about immigration and enforcement, but it's a position they tried to create because they tried to peg Kamala Harris with the name border czar during the election to pin the so-called failures of the Biden administration about immigration and immigration enforcement on her because they had all sorts of things that they thought were going horribly with immigration, and they wanted to lay them at her feet. Well, anyway, Homan was on Fox News, and they were talking about this court case coming out of California where there is a decision expected soon about ICE and how ICE is handling the detention of immigrants and their actions toward who they're arresting, who they're going after, all of these things. And Tom Homan was said basically on this show, he goes, well, they don't need probable cause. They just need to look at the facts. You look at somebody's appearance, you look at where they're at, and you can decide whether or not they should be there. And that's enough for ICE to stop them and detain them and ask for proof of citizenship. No, that's not how that works. First of all, you must have probable cause. That's a Fourth Amendment violation. Very clear that you have to have some reasonable suspicion as to why this person is being, why you need to question them, why you need to look into who they are, why do they have to show you their papers. If you are just going off their appearance, that becomes racial profiling. That is illegal. That has been held illegal numerous times and in multiple cases. But Tom Homan says, yeah, you don't need to worry about that. He doesn't care about doing things the right way. This goes back to more of the due process that we have been talking about. Those of us on the left keep saying that you have to have due process and you have to follow the law and give people what they are due as far as their constitutional rights. You are supposed to be secure in your person and not be questioned just randomly just because. But Tom Homan comes out here and says, well, you just need to look at their appearance. Basically, he said, oh, well, if they look brown, go ahead and question them, see if they're here legally, detain them. That's fine. No, it's not. And if it happens to one group, it can happen to another. You cannot do this to one group of people and expect everyone to be okay with the results because it goes from one group to the next to the next. It's only people need due process to make sure they are protected from the government for violating their rights. And yes, the Constitution applies to everybody who is here, not just citizens. But again, this administration doesn't care about that. It was appalling that he even would say it, but it's also not surprising.